Hello everyone, my name is Comet, and today I have a special episode of League of Legends for you because I want you to come with me in my planning process of my road to Diamond. This means that we are going to try to make a strategy and see how it goes for the future matches. And if the strategy fails, then we're going to adapt, and if the strategy is a success, then we will try to build upon that. So let's begin. Now, for my road to diamond, I'm gonna be playing on only one account. If you watch my previous road to gold, you know that I played on 5 different accounts until I reached gold, and this time I'm only gonna be playing in one account due to the splits or like the seasons of League of Legends now having three resets per year. So. This means that making many accounts is not gonna be that effective or that efficient. So for the role that I'm gonna main, and now that we only now that I'm only gonna level up one account, I'm gonna main mid lane. And for my off role, it really depends because if we go into rankeds, for example, and we queue up as mid lane, there is a very high chance that you will be playing every single other role because you will more often than not be out of field for a big amount of time for that. So I'm gonna be playing main role mid lane, and anything as my secondary will be to help me get the most amount of mid lane matches as possible. So this means that we are gonna. I must prepare for every single scenario. This means every single role as well. So this means that I will have to choose characters that I must be able to pick as my mains in those roles. For example, for top lane, so far what has been working pretty well for me is Jace, which funny enough in this account I don't have it, but I need to buy it just in a bit. Don't worry about it. Jace is a character that has worked for me in the top lane really well, so I'm gonna go for that. I also know that Kennen is another character that works amazingly, so that is gonna be my AP carry at least at the beginning. So Jace and Kennen are gonna be my AP and AD carries, and if we ever need a tank, I know for a fact that Sion is just a monster, and I even put it as my best character to go from iron to gold. So I'm gonna build upon this and see how I do with Sion in gold to platinum, for example. So that's for top lane though. Next is in the jungle. Now jungle is a bit tricky because the jungle is a role where in EU West, and I think you have heard me complain about junglers in EU West. In EU West, it's very easy to punish the enemy junglers at any level because they enjoy to AFK farm. That means that if we pick heavy gankers, we're gonna be taking a big advantage on them. So to start with, there's a few that I would like to try out, such as Hecarim, because he is always up and down in power, but in between gold and diamond, he is very powerful. So I want to try out to see how I perform with Hecarim, but otherwise, a character that has been working really well for me. Let's see what he is. I cannot find. Well, let me Viego. Diego is a character that has been working wonders for me, and I think it's a character that I also wanna build upon for the future. I wanna see how it goes with Diego, but then again, if this does not end up working, I'm always gonna be changing that. But this means that we are gonna need an AP carry because now we have Diego and Hecarim, which are more towards fighting and damage. Hecarim can go tanky, but not that much. But these are more AD carries, or like attack damage carries. I need now an AP carry, an AP character. And I know a lot of people like Fiddlesticks, but Fiddlesticks, the problem with that is that he is a character that do enjoy to AFK farm. So alternatively, I had think. Well, let me see where if I can find. I was thinking of going for Evelyn. The problem with Evelyn is this is also a character that enjoys to AFK farm at the beginning, and my idea is to go for a lot of power in the early game. And because of this, I think that a character that could work well is Silas. And Silas actually was one of my main characters in the mid lane in previous years. So this is a really good transition into the jungle. I know this is especially popular in Korea. A lot of Korean junglers are picking Silas to level up their accounts. So this is gonna be nice. Um, so Hecarim, Silas, and Viego for jungle. Next is gonna be for mid lane. My main role. What am I gonna pick right here? For my main role, now this is very important. I am gonna build upon to what has given me success in in my road to gold, and that has been Yone. By far, I have not lost with Yone, but I'm pretty sure as soon as I start playing now in gold, I'm gonna lose. So it's okay to lose the streak because I'm gonna be learning him until I can win more if. Consistently with him in these levels. So Yone is gonna be my AD carry, or like my AD champion, and then Lux is another character that I want to work with, because she's very powerful in these elos for some reason. And then if I see that Lux starting to be not enough, then I'm gonna upgrade for sure. But so far, those characters are nice. Now what I'm gonna need one thing, and that is a counter to Fizz, because people really enjoy playing Fizz, but I'm not fully sure what I could pick against him. This is just an issue that I've had. If you have a recommendation, let me know in the comments. But I have no idea what to pick against Fizz. But what I do know is that I'm gonna be trying different characters to see what I can go into him, because he has been a problem for me, and I want that to stop. I want to be able to do well against Fizz. I want, in fact, not just do well. I want to destroy Fizz. So let me know in the comments. But I'm gonna add two more characters because I think it's important to have a lot of variety. One of them is gonna be Nafiri because she is so fucking strong at the moment, and it's very important to keep up with the meta. So Nafiri is definitely gonna be part of my dream team. And finally, this is a character that, even though she might not be the best at the moment, it's a good investment to learn for the future. And I'm talking about LeBlanc. I think any mid laner should learn LeBlanc at any point of their lives. At any point of their League of Legends path. Any mid laner should know her because she is a character that when she is strong, man. There's no counter against her. But when she is more balanced, she also is really well into a lot of matches. So LeBlanc is a character that is definitely worth learning. And with that, I'm gonna be having my main champion pool. So Nafiri, Jone, LeBlanc, and then a counter to Fizz, which we're gonna have to find it, and then Lux. Now I know that counters could be Lissandra, so that is gonna be the first character that I'm gonna try to see if it's a counter to Fizz or not. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna move to something else. And then AD carry. Now AD carry is a lot easier because it's very AD carry is the most unbalanced role in the entire game. And I know that AD carries do not think that, but they're wrong. AD carry, I'm gonna definitely be trying Miss Fortune because she's so powerful at the moment. And I would like to learn Kalista. And also Draven was my old main when I was in the higher levels, but that was many years ago. But right now, I'm gonna put him I'm gonna put him aside for now and focus on Miss Fortune so that I can relearn the basics once again until I reach Diamond. But I would like to learn Kalista, but I think I also need to put her aside from now. So, what I'm gonna be working on, you may wonder, now that I have put them aside. Well, I would like to work with Miss Fortune mainly. However, she might be picked or banned, and therefore I'm gonna have to switch to something else. This is where usually I would go with Draven or Kalista, but man, I just don't feel comfortable with them. But I can go with something just as strong, I think, at the moment, which is Kog'Maw, the most traditional AD carry that exists in the entire game, full auto attacking, and right now he's very powerful. In fact, a few months ago, Kog'Maw was the only character that people were banning in Korean Challenger. So this just shows how powerful he is. So I think with these two characters, I cover most of the things for the AD side. And for AP, I know that sometimes you will be forced to play AP. So let's go to the mid lane. Um, and I know that I have recommended Swain for the road for people who are between Iron and Gold. Another character that could work though is Veigar. He can work pretty well. Um, but I'm not. I will not be able to tell you what works for them for as an AP carry for certain at the moment. So it's gonna be testing. I'm gonna test a lot of things and see how they go. Um, Probably Seraphine is the character I have seen people go, but she doesn't do that much damage, so that could be a problem. Otherwise, we could just rely, or we could just go with something like Veigar, or something like that. Or we could completely ignore that and go with traditional AD carry like AP Kaisa. I'm gonna definitely need to try that. But finally, for the support role is one of the roles that can carry the hardest in this game, and for this reason I'm also gonna be picking a carry to see how it goes, and that is Leona. Leona is a character that you can destroy everyone with, period. In fact, tomorrow is gonna be my support top 10 for lower levels, and Leona is just amazing for that. And she's also really good for gold and platinum, but we might have to switch in the future. Not fully sure about that, but Leona, I'm gonna start playing with her. After this, what I'm gonna be trying to do is um, go for a more like caster. How they call them? Caster enchanters. I think that's how they call them. More enchanting type supports. Um, but I don't know if they're that strong. But learning Milio, for example, is gonna be an absolute must. I don't know if he counts as an enchanter, but I think he is. Milio, Leona, and finally, I wanna learn Renata Glask. Renata is a character that you don't always see, but when you see her, in the right composition, it's GG. She's so powerful, man. So for support, Renata, Milio, and Leona are gonna be my mains, and this is my champion pool that I'm gonna be using at the beginning of this series. So starting this week, you're gonna have the ranked matches, or like the first ranked matches of my road to diamond. I'm very excited for this, and I hope you guys get to have fun with this series as well. For now, though, thank you guys so much for watching. If I see that something does not work, or if I see that I must add something to my champion pool, I am 100% gonna do this. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what counters fees. And besides that, I am signing out. Peace.